Big news out of Washington this month is the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, which made it through Congress and was signed into law on July 4th. And since then, our team's been digging into what's new, and I'm here to share some of the highlights. First up, the tax cuts from 2017, well, they've now been made permanent. So that means the higher standard deductions and the lower tax rates are here to stay. Now, just because they've been made permanent, it doesn't mean they can't be challenged in the future by a change in government. But back to the bill. No tax on Social Security did not make it in the bill. However, to give retirees a little breathing room, what did make it is a new senior bonus deduction for those of you who are age 65 or older. The deduction is $6,000 per individual and begins phasing out at $150,000 of income for joint filers. Now, this deduction is on top of the existing high standard and senior deduction you're already getting. And next up is the SALT deduction limit, or the state and local tax deduction limit, which has quadrupled, rising from $10,000 to $40,000. That's big news for those of you who are in high tax states. The estate and gift tax threshold got a major boost at $15 million for individuals and at $30 million for married couples. It's a big win for generational wealth planning. Also, a newbie around charitable deductions. They're now available to non-itemizers, which means you can take the standard deduction and still get a tax credit up to a certain amount for giving back. And parents, there's something new for you too. A tax advantage savings account for minors, as well as an expansion on the education expenses that a 529 can be used for. For the new minor accounts that are coming out, we're still awaiting IRS guidelines, so stay tuned for that. For those of you who are self-employed or small business owners, the popular qualified business income deduction, or the QBI, has been extended. And lastly, yes, the car loan interest deduction, as well as no tax on tips and overtime, did make it in the bill. However, there are some strict parameters around these. So as you can tell, there have been a lot of changes. And it's important to know that there are income thresholds attached to some of these, or most of these, meaning not all of these things will apply to everyone across the board. We're not certified tax preparers, but the good news is you can lean on us to do specific tax planning for your situation. I'm Hannah O'Leary. All the best.